Hi there, I am Beverly Lewis of beverlyspeaks.com, and I want to bring you a coaching tip today about self-limiting beliefs. I had something happen last week, and I talked about it on a live video on Facebook this week on my Facebook page, and so many people got in conversations with me after that about the self-limiting belief thing that I realized that everybody pretty much is dealing with some kind of self-limiting belief. You know, we have archives of memory from way back, you know, when we're babies even, and even if they're not conscious memories, so many times those things really have a weighty influence on what we are willing to try and what we're willing to do and what we're willing to believe about ourselves and our capabilities as we become adults. The example I want to give to you today is actually about the elephants. Now, I've never trained an elephant and never been around elephants much, but we've all heard the story about how they'll take a baby elephant when they're training them. And I've heard that they actually still use elephants in Southeast Asia, and there's countries, third world countries, that they still use animals like elephants for moving heavy things and clearing fields and doing things that require a lot of strength. And they start when they're babies by chaining them or constraining them with a rope that when they're babies will hold them, but it would never hold them back as adults. But they start thinking from the time they're little that they cannot break the rope and get free. And so by the time they're adults, they can literally just weave. They use river reeds and weave ropes out of those river reeds, and those will constrain an elephant because the elephant thinks it's constrained. And of course, now I'm going to ask you about your river reed thinking. And the thing that brought this up, this is a silly story that, guys, you won't be able to relate to this. Women, I know you will, but I'm just going to use it as a quick example of what got me thinking about this. This story is about my hair. I realized last week after I went to the salon and they cut my hair and fixed it and put body in it and make it always, they look, you know, you always feel you look so great when you leave the salon because they make you look better than you can fix it yourself. And I wondered, why can't I make my hair look like this? And I realized that I had an implement. She uses this big fat curling iron thing to give me body, and I had purchased one over a year ago, and I tried to use it. I've tried and I've tried, and I've never learned how to use it. And last week I thought, that's just silly that I have not disciplined myself to learn this. I'm going to do it. And I was still struggling, and then it hit me why I was having so much trouble. And really it goes back to an incident. It was an emotional incident years ago. I was getting ready to speak to a large audience in Orlando. I was in my hotel room fixing my hair, and I burned my bangs. And I'm not talking just a little singe. I'm talking about I burned my bangs off. The bathroom stunk. It was like the smell of burned hair. Singed hair is bad. I had burned my forehead, and here I was getting ready to go on stage in front of at least 750 people. And I was so self-conscious. I thought I had it on my mind all day. So what went into my mind as a result of that experience is, you're no good at a curling iron. You better just leave that alone. Okay, so what is it in your life that you have had an experience with maybe a long time ago, and you tried something that you really wanted to do and you didn't do it well because, for heaven's sakes, it was your first time? Maybe it was an emotional experience. Maybe it was something somebody said to you. You know, we can get these this river reed thinking a lot of places. But as a leadership development coach, I'm here to say it's time to develop. It's time to identify the river reed thinking and cut the rope and move into your destiny. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. You can learn more over at beverlyspeaks.com, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.